Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Just testing the audio again.
That's
Just to
fine.
make
I just
sure.
wanted to say hello, just so
Oh,
Is it okay that my video's off?
no, I don't care.
Okay,
Fine.
all right, thank you.
Only if you feel comfortable.
All right, thank you.
You can hear me like fine, right? Right now?
Definitely, yes, loud and clear.
Okay, then I will just not use the AirPod because I don't want to risk having the same problem again. Hello? Okay, I'm gonna set up the music now.
Do you sometimes find the fear of what could happen is making nothing happen in your life?
Hello. So I gave up on the AirPod. I'm not gonna mess around with it today. As long as I keep the kids locked up in there, we're good. We'll be fine. Let me just go ahead and tell them that I'm gonna start now so they won't be making funny noises. Okay, so I'm gonna start now, okay? Just read books and not too noisy. Great. Maybe a couple more minutes? Couple more, yeah. Couple more minutes. Grab any props you need, blocks, anything you feel like you might want. Okay. Slacker, hello. Nice to see you. Is it mainly women here tonight? Do we have guys in here too? Oh, we do have guys. Okay.
Yep.
Just checking.
Who's our sole man here? Well,
Looks like
I
we
know I have to tweak some of the stuff I talk about, you know. There's a man in the house, you know.
pelvic floor, not so much, maybe. I don't know.
Exactly. Let's avoid that topic for another time.
Milla, when I'm teaching boxing, whether I have men in the class or not, I always tell them to hold their boobs together to keep their elbows in.
All right, cool. I think we should start. Yeah? Okay, great. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to another session of yoga stretching with me tonight. So I thought about some areas that we normally don't stretch. You'll notice it when we go through the sequence today. If you feel that it's quite intense, because we normally don't stretch those areas, just back off a little bit. I'll always give you modifications. So just take your time, and you should feel a very nice kind of release of energy, that kind of sensation, like, you know, fresh blood rushing towards that joint kind of feeling afterwards. You would feel like, you know, a little bit discomfort. That's okay. Just as long as it's not pain, then you're doing fine. Okay. And then again, you know, as always, you feel uncomfortable too much, want to catch a break, go into child's pose and then join us back. Okay. So I'm going to start the music. Everybody can hear me and can hear the music? Great. Okay. So let's start again in child's pose. Take your time, set up. If you have a bolster, you can even use your bolster for your child's pose. If you don't, that's fine too. So if you do have a bolster, then the bolster kind of just be lying underneath your torso, supporting the belly, supporting your neck, and then you can just rest in any kind of arm position, whatever is comfortable. If you don't have a bolster, just head down towards the mat. Take your time, kind of wiggle around and make sure that your body is more centered, and then slowly try the best to relax as you breathe in and out. So at the beginning of the practice, I usually want to just start with a very calming position. Kind of allow your body just to get into that groove. Allow your mind to also to relax first. So if you have 10,000 things going in on your head right now, just kind of let it go for 1 hour. Just try to dedicate this hour to yourself and focus on kind of listening to your breath, kind of feeling the body. If it's telling you where it's tight, if anywhere feels funny, if anywhere feels more sore or exhausted, relax your face, relax the back of your neck. You can do that when you exhale. I want you to just try to stretch and reach the tailbone down towards the heel as you reach the crown of the head forward towards the front of the room. Every inhale, I want you to fill the lungs, fill the chest with air, expanding the rib cage. Every exhale, I want you to completely mellow out and relax, soften all of the muscles. Take long, deep inhalation and slowly release it out through your nose. Try your best to keep a consistent rhythm with your inhalation and your exhalation. Sometimes we tend to inhale for a long time, and when you exhale, it's way too fast. You want to enjoy the entire process. So take a deep inhale, 3, 2, 1, and exhale slowly, 3, 2, 1. Continue breathing through your nose. And kind of using this method of breathing and the rhythm of your breath right now, use that as your guide throughout the sequence tonight. Keeping the same calmness and relaxed feeling throughout the practice. Extending your hands forward, spreading your fingers wide. You're going to slowly come up. Take your time, curl your spine and arch your spine a few times just to slowly awaken your spine, every section of your entire spine, your shoulder blades, the rib cage, your hip, your sit bones, lower back. Go in a deeper range if you can. Take your time, go at your own pace. And you're going to slowly come back to the center. You're going to extend your arms forward, drop the elbows down towards the mat, dropping the chin down towards the mat, reaching the bum up as high as you can. Chest opener. Good. So you can lower the chest down to the mat more. And you're going to slowly come back up. You're going to curl as much as you can like a cat. Pushing your entire back up towards the ceiling. Tucking your chin in. And you're going to slowly come back to the center. Coming on to just making sure that your palms and your knees are just like a table supporting you. You're going to extend the right foot back. And you're going to lift that right leg up. As you lift it up, I want you to think about shooting the energy through that right heel towards the back of the room. And then keeping the spine nice and straight, the belly in. You're going to bring the left arm forward. And try your best to make it look as graceful as you can. You're going to slowly bend that upward back knee. You're going to grab a hold of your foot. You're going to find that foot first. And you're going to slowly grab a hold of the foot. If you can grab onto it, then you're going to slowly kick the right leg up. That will help you to open up that left shoulder. Beautiful. Breathing through your nose. And release. Exhaling down. Shake it out. Changing side. Left leg back. Lift it up. Right arm forward. Establish that straight line connection first. Balancing here. Or when you're ready, you're going to bend that knee. Reach back. You're going to open the shoulder and kick up. The more you kick, the better you can balance. Your eyes gazing down. And release that. Exhaling down. Open your knees apart and toes together. Sit back. Reach your arms back. Rest in child's pose. Long deep breath. Good. We're gonna slowly come back up. We're gonna get into our first downward dog. So spread the fingers wide, place the entire palm on the floor, including the knuckles are pressing down on the mat. You're gonna tuck your toes under, just slowly reach your bum back, keep your knees bent. Soften the neck, just shake it out, make sure that your neck is relaxed. You're just gonna start with cycling the heels. Take some time to awaken the lower part of the body as well. Stretching out the hamstring, stretching out your calves. Continue to cycle, tapping the heel down. And you're gonna choose to bend the right knee, press the left heel straight down towards the mat. Eyes looking at the space between your big toes. Staying there, try to spread your shoulders apart away from the ears. Good. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. So press the right heel down, left knee bent. Keep externally rotating that arm out so that the shoulders are giving your ear some space. 2, 1, exhale, release. You can just walk the hands to meet your feet. Walk the hands back. So you're going to be towards the back of your mat here. You're going to soften the knee. You're just going to grab onto the elbow, folding the upper body over your thigh. You should feel a nice stretch along the lower back here, your sacrum area. And you're just going to drape your upper body down as you just try to point that sit bone up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to sway from left to right, so like this. Just gently. Good. And then you're going to release your hands down, soften your neck. You're going to curl the spine as slow as you can. You're going to come up to standing with your head coming up last. Good. When you're all the way up, just come up slowly with your head coming up last. Roll your shoulders back. Okay. Then you're going to reach your arms straight up. Sorry, I'm like too close, too far. Reach your arms straight up. You're going to interlace the fingers. And you're going to press your palm up to the ceiling. So this way, but with standing. Good. And then you're going to keep the ribcage down as much as you can. And you're going to place your hands onto your lower back with your fingers pointing down like so. And then squeezing the elbows in towards each other. You're going to gently push your pelvis forward. Open up the chest, looking up. Good, back to the center. Now, this time you're going to interlace the fingers behind your back. And then you're going to fold your body over again, standing straight legs, sweeping your arms up and over the head. Ooh, tight, tight, tight. Yep. With this one, you'll feel maybe your wrist will be tight, your lats, rib cage. Great, and then you're gonna release your hands down. You're gonna walk yourself back to downward facing dog. And inhale, we're gonna extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Pointing your toes, make it look pretty. And then exhale, you're gonna bend that upper knee. Open up the chest. And you're going to gently turn the body just towards the right side. And your eyes are looking under the right arm. You want to get a really nice stretch along the right side of your abs, your hip flexor. And you're going to bring the leg back to the center, straighten your leg. Now you're going to bring the knee forward. See if you can touch your forehead. Good. Inhale, you're going to reach your leg up one more time. Exhale, you're going to reach forward towards the forehead. Knee to the forehead. Yes, knee to the forehead. Good. And you're going to step it forward. Step that right foot forward. All right, let's come up. Let's come up. Good. Now with your stance, I want you to make sure that your feet, your legs distance, maybe just, 3 fist distance wide. So not too big of a stance here. And making sure that your legs are not crisscrossed so that if you were to point your hips forward, they stay this way. So your legs not crisscrossed. With your back foot turned out 45 degrees, you're going to slowly come down. If you need to, you either have your hands on the blocks or soften the right knee and lower the chest down, forehead towards the shin. If you have blocks, then you're going to use 2 blocks and they're going to support underneath your palms. Good. With this one, you want to feel the right hamstring. So adjust how much you want to, how much you want to bend your knees. If you want to feel it more, you straighten your legs. Good. Then you're going to slowly come back up first. Good. I notice that not a lot of you have blocks. So we're going to start to go into this position standing up instead. So you're going to slowly place your hands into your chest, kind of like a prayer position. And then you're just going to lean forward and balance on that right leg. And just like the seesaw, you're going to gently bring the body to come down as your back foot comes up. Make sure that that left hip here is not tilting up. So you want to lower that left hip. As soon as you do that, you're going to feel the right hamstring. Your eyes can be looking down to keep your neck neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you slowly come back down. Great. Then you're going to come back down towards the mat. If you do have a block, then you can keep the left hand with the block and you can omit the right block. If you do not have a block, then your left hand goes on top of your right shin. We're going to do the same thing we did last week with the thumb onto the hip crease. You're going to pull the hip crease back. As soon as you do that, you're going to feel the hamstring. And then you're going to try to reach the crown of the head forward so that your body is as long as possible. Now this time you're going to turn a little bit so that the chest is facing the side of the room. That's it. Good. I'm going to turn and see if we can turn the chest to face the side of the room. Good. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Slowly come back down. Now I'm going to lower the left knee down on the floor. And then you're going to place the left elbow onto the outside of your knee here. So you're going to take a deep breath. You're going to exhale all the breath out so that the belly becomes small, so you have more room to go across. And as you come across, you're going to use the elbow to push against that knee here as leverage. And then you're going to place it in prayer position. Good. You can stay here. I'll give you a couple of variations here. So you should be turning towards your right side with your right leg in the front. Variation 1, you're happy, you're gonna stay here. Variation number 2, the left hand kind of go outside and touch your own bum, and the right arm gonna come up, and you're gonna slowly, with control, the back knee comes off the floor too. Take your time. Good. Make sure that the left hand is still outside the right thigh. 3, 2, 1, exhale, release. Whew. Release your block, step back, downward dog. Walk it off, shake it out. Let's go through 1 vinyasa to neutralize everything. You're gonna come forward to plank. Come down to chaturanga. Drop your knees down if you need to. And then you're gonna slowly come all the way down, supporting yourself into your first up dog. So your choice how much you wanna go. You can keep your elbows bent or you can straighten it, depending on how tight your back feels. If it's tight, you want to give it some time. And then you can roll the chin up. And exhale and release. Downward dog. And same sequence, and we're going to go to the left leg. So you're going to bring the left leg up towards the ceiling. Pointing your toes. And you're gonna bend the upper knee, turn the body towards the left. Bring it back to the center. You're gonna bring the knee forward, round your back as much as you can now. Engage a little bit more of your core, touch the knees to the forehead. And again, reaching your leg up. 1 more time, knee to the forehead. Good, and stepping the foot forward. And then readjusting the length of your stance here. Take your time. And when you're ready, if you need, you can use your block here. We're going to a forward bend. Slowly lower down. Pull head to the shin. Focus on the alignment of this pose here. So I want you to make sure that your hips are on the same plane, same level. So not one bum is higher than the other. Good. And then your goal is to reach belly to the thigh, chest to the knee. Yep, everybody's shaking their head. Not happening. Good, and slowly move forward. Come up. We go into the balancing pose first. You're gonna bring the hands into prayer position. And you're gonna plant that left foot. Come forward, lift up. From here, you should focus already on the alignment of the hip here. Don't let this right hip pop up. Always keep it pointing down so that your toes are pointing down towards the mat. You're gonna come down slowly. Find a fixed point on the mat to gauge that. Focus on your balance. 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Exhale, hands down. Back to the same position. And then we're gonna go into the twist. The right palm goes on the block, the left finger, the left thumb, to the hip here. Pull this back, lengthen the chest forward so that the body here, the upper body, you don't want it to scrunch up and not be able to breathe. You want to elongate the spine here, make it as long as possible. And then you're going to turn chest towards the side of the room. It's pretty deep for the hamstring here, this one. 3, 2, 1, beautiful. Exhale, come down, and then lower the knee down. So pretty intense for my bum too. Right arm up, and you're gonna exhale. Decrease the space in between your elbow and your knee as much as you can. And then you can place your hand into prayer. Now with your palm in the prayer, you're using a little bit of energy here. You're pushing against each other with your hands. And then the thumb should be reaching towards the center of the mat. Center of the heart, sorry. And then you're gonna go into your variation, staying here, or taking the right hand along the thigh, bring left arm up. And then when you're ready, the left knee comes off the floor. Good. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Beautiful, guys. Stepping back. One vinyasa. So coming down to plank, chaturanga, upward dog, or locust, up to you. And then let's rest in child's pose. I'm gonna move on to some standing poses now. So from your child's pose, let's go back up to downward dog. And this time you're gonna walk your legs forward and you're gonna bring the feet to touch. Feet to touch. Okay? And then you're gonna sit down as much as you can, like an invisible chair. If you can, keeping your knees and your toes together. And then now I just want you to touch the fingertips onto the mat, just kind of right above it. And then you're gonna raise your arms forward. If your shoulders are tight, you're welcome to stay here. If your shoulders feel fine, then you're gonna reach your arms up higher. Lift your toes up now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Standing forward fold. Chest down, head down, reaching towards the knee. And you're going to slowly come back up. Sweep your arms up, reaching up towards the ceiling. And exhale, come back to center. Okay, great. I'm gonna move this back so you guys can see me standing up. Okay, now we're gonna move on to some standing poses. I'll do my best to adjust my distance to the camera. So I'm gonna start with the lotus that we did last week. So we're gonna choose the left foot to be our standing leg. With the left foot with the standing leg, I want you to spread your toes like as if you're gonna peel bananas with your toes. Okay, so really spread them like that. Okay, and then you're gonna use those toes to grip onto the floor as much as you can. Then you're gonna bring the right leg up. You're just gonna kind of cradle it. You can hold on to it like so. Yep. With your right hand underneath it, your left hand holding onto the foot. And then you're gonna pull the heel as high up as you can towards the hip bone. Kind of like towards your waist. And then you're gonna slowly relax this knee down. Great. Now, if your bum is sticking out like that, that means that you have pretty tight hip flexor here. Okay, so I want you to, rather than doing this, I want you to hold on to the foot and keep your body upright until your knee is comfortable to come down. Okay, let's stay here for a couple deep breaths. With the hand that's holding on to the foot, I want you to hold it like so, so your shoulder stays open. If you're holding this way, it turns your shoulder inwards. Good. Great. Now I promise that we're going to stretch some places that we probably don't normally stretch. So let's give it a shot. I will break it down one by one. I'm going to slowly fold forward if you can. Using the block. You may use a block too to support yourself. So if you're only willing to go halfway, that's fine too, with your leg in lotus. If this is not happening tonight, you can keep one hand onto your foot so you're holding it and just gently bend your knee and fold forward. Good. And then if you're comfortable, you can slowly lower down and sit down onto the heel. So your heel is up and you're just balancing on your toes. Can you see? Yes, there you go. And your hands are just kind of next to you. Beautiful. A lot of you are going in. That's it. Good. You're gonna slowly release that. Walk your hands in front. Come back to the standing fold. Take your time. Support your foot and your knee. Don't rush it. Coming back up and release it. Whew. You guys okay? Toes are still there. Good job. Okay, so Slacker was like, not really, can't feel them anymore. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So take your time, plant the right leg, and you're gonna cradle the left foot. So at any point you feel any pain or anything that's too much, you just stay at that previous stage, it's fine. And then when you're ready, you can relax the knee down and just kind of stand in this half lotus position. Focusing on your balance here. And kind of give it a few moments for this section to get used to the sensation. You can stay here upright, or you can come forward to the forward bend using the block or just fingers on the floor. From the forward bend, then you slowly lower down so that you're sitting on the heel and you're gonna walk the hands back next to you. Yep, so you're trying to balance here. Even if you're sitting on a stool, I can't see, you know, so you can still cheat a little bit. That's it. Great, and then you're gonna release, walk your hands back in front, coming back up. Exactly the same way we got into the pose. I'm gonna slowly come up. And exhale, release, whoosh, shake it out. Beautiful, you guys. Gonna slowly come down to the sitting position. So step back and just stretch everything out in the down dog. And then we're just gonna cross your knees and sit down. And you're gonna extend your legs forward. Keep your legs together. And you're gonna just use your fingers to separate your glutes a little bit more. So I want you to try to feel the pointy part of your seat. So the bottom of your sit bone on the floor. Then you're gonna pull and point your toes towards yourself. And imagine that there's a wall behind your back. So you're not slouching, you're kind of sitting really straight up. Back is in neutral position, toes are pointing back. And then your knees are soft, so you're not purposely trying to push the knee down towards the mat here. Stay in this position here with your toes pointing back. You're gonna gently walk your hands in front as much as you can until, as soon as you lose the line in your back, as soon as you start to go like this, I want you to come back up just a tiny little bit and work on moving the chest forward first, shoulders back. That's it. So you should feel more of your hamstrings now. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to slowly come back up. Now we're going to do the same pose, but this time with only one foot. So you're going to bring this right foot in and just have your foot onto the inner thigh. The left foot is going to be pointing up. Toes are pointing up, sorry. You're going to take the right hand. This time you're going to reach across this way to reach to the outside of that left foot. So in the close up, like this. Okay. With the right hand reaching across for the left foot outside. And your left hand can be just supporting you on the mat. You're going to lengthen the chest here, soften this knee a little bit, and you can slowly turn your gaze towards the left side of the room. At the same time, you're going to slowly bring the head down to this a little bit more. Good, until you can reach the head towards that left knee. That's it. Three, 2, 1. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, release. Let's switch legs. Same thing on the left side. So single leg forward bend. Left arm reaching forward and across. Right hand is supporting you. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Use your hands to help you pull the body closer towards your leg. Three, 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, let's come to the butterfly. So the feet, soles of the feet together. And you're still sitting upright. And you're gonna place your hands just inside. And you're gonna open up the soles as if you're opening up the book. So that would encourage your knees to come down towards the floor a bit more. And with your chest lifted, that would also encourage your back to stay straight. Keeping your back straight, you're going to slowly reach the chest down towards your toes, the forehead towards the mat. With this one, you're going to be feeling the inner thigh, the groin area, and sometimes also the lower back, just the skin though. So the goal with this one, you want to keep your knees as close to the mat as you can as you fold flat. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, we're going to extend your legs out to the side. Okay. For some people, if you have really tight inner thigh, if you're sitting like this and you are not able to sit up straight, you can sit on a block or a towel or a pillow. This would help to tilt your pelvis downwards. And this way, your back will become straighter. Okay, so depending on how tight you are, the height of your prop. Super tight, then higher the prop. Okay, so same thing. So we're gonna pull the glutes apart, and this way it encourage everything to roll externally with the muscles, and then you're folding internally. So you're gonna walk your hands forward, keep your toes pointing up. You're gonna walk your hands forward. You can stop and then just kind of reassess. You know, how do I feel right now? Is it a good pain or is it a bad pain? And there should be no discomfort on the inner side of your knees here. You should just be feeling sort of the muscles and the tendons stretching. You shouldn't feel any joint pain. And if you feel comfortable, after I speak for a couple of breaths here, your body would relax a little bit more. You can walk forward a bit more, even dropping the elbows onto the floor. And now this is where you really need to focus on breathing. The body is going to play tricks on you. It's going to keep telling you no, no, no. But if you breathe and just focus on the breathing, it's going to take the discomfort away and you're able to relax into it a little bit more. Going a little bit lower again. Goal here, chest to the floor. Three, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Whew. And exhale, you're gonna cross your legs. Shake it out a little bit, hug your knees a little bit, and you're gonna lie down. We're gonna finish the practice with some more yin poses. You're gonna lie on your back. You can even go and dim the lights in your room if you need to, because your eyes are gonna be gazing up the whole time. So when you're ready, we're just gonna first hug the knees to the chest. Stretch out that lower back. And then you're gonna open your knees apart, grab your heels from the inside going into happy baby pose. And make sure that your neck is neutral. You're gonna slowly relax. Just kind of use your body weight to help you stretch. Your knees are reaching down towards the mat here. Your entire lower back is on the floor. Good. See if you can relax the head on the floor. Yep. Great. And then you're going to slowly cross the right knee over the left. And you're going to drop your legs, both of them, off to the left side with your arms reaching out to either side of the room like a T shape. And then you're going to turn your head towards the right. You can close your eyes here for a moment. You can adjust how deep you want the twist to be, depending on how close your knees are towards the chest. So if you want a less of a twist, you're gonna move your knees down away from your face and vice versa. And then you're gonna come back to the center with your legs still crossed the same way. And you're just gonna do a counter twist here. So we're just gonna drop everything back to the right side. And really stretch out the left side of your torso here. Hip flexor, if you're tight. Back to the center. You're gonna uncross and cross the left leg over now. With the left leg on top, you're gonna go into the twist. So dropping legs to the right side and turning the head to the left side. So you just kind of imagine your body kind of like a towel, right? So right now we're wringing it and the twist is initiated in the middle of the body and you're gonna finish the twist with the head turning to the side as well. And now you're gonna bring the legs back to the center, keep it as is. You're gonna drop it to the other side just to do a counter twist. So the left leg is still over the right. Beautiful. You're gonna come back up slowly and uncross and hug your knees to the chest one more time. Good. And we're gonna finish the practice tonight with a restorative pose that I love. If you have a bolster, you can go ahead and grab that as your prop and your block as well. Is the Supta Baddha Konasana, which is the reclined butterfly. So the way I set it up is with a little bit of an angle here so that your head is here and your bum is here and your spine is supported. If you don't have a bolster, so this is how I would do it. If you have a bolster, your legs are gonna go into butterfly and you're just gonna lie all the way down and let your arms flow. And this will help your shoulders to open up, your pecs to stretch out, and your knees in butterfly. And just close your eyes here for a moment. If you don't have these props, that's okay too. You can do the same pose without being elevated, okay? And you can do the same here. With your arms this time, they're gonna go above your head and you're gonna be grabbing onto the elbow. Once you do that, your rib cage is gonna want to come up. So you're just gonna try to relax your upper body. This pose is a restorative one, so you want your body to be able to relax into it. If you are in your period, then it's better to be at an angle. So you can use a cushion, even just a couple cushions, so just so that your head and your belly is higher than the bum. Okay. Take your time to grab whatever prop you need. We're gonna stay in this pose for 5 minutes. Yeah. When you're in this pose, just make sure that you feel that your spine is supported. If you're using any kind of prop, if you're on the floor, that's fine, that's great. You can even put some towels or cushions underneath your knees so they're not kind of just dangling in the air. At this point of the practice, you should be ready to fall asleep. Pretty exhausted from a lot of twisting and pulling. So allow your body to completely relax. And at this point as well, the breathing is very gentle and soft. You don't need to follow a particular rhythm anymore. There's no need to breathe any deeper than usual. Just keep it belly breathing. From here, you're going to slowly awaken your mind and awaken the body with just taking a long deep breath and just completely relaxing and sighing it out. Wiggle the fingers and your toes. Take your time. You can slowly supporting your knees and closing them if you're in the butterfly position. And you're going to turn to one side and just kind of let your body rest on the side. Be as lazy as you possibly can. And your body is so soft. You're just going to take your time to slowly come up from the side. Hey, welcome back. How are you guys feeling? You can unmute. Good. The toe stretch, is that too much or is that good? It's a weird feeling, isn't it? It is. Yeah, it's like, oh my God. It's good though. It's places that we normally will never ever stretch, especially driving a lot, walking a lot. It's not an area that we definitely focus on. So thought you guys might enjoy that. There's quite a lot of twisting tonight. So I hope you get to release some gas. Thank God everybody was mute. It happens a lot, I know. Yeah. So it might happen later tonight. Never know when you go to bed. It's me. Just know that it's me. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the class tonight. It was really fun. I love to see you guys. So see you guys next week. And please, if you have any feedback, if you want to ask any questions, yay. All right, cool. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jillian.
Have a good night.
Bye.